I do want to say, NC, welcome. But do work. Yeah, you keep doing workies. I just appreciate that you are here and lurking. As I was saying, I actually have to check afterwards if the chat is in the correct color. I wanted to say I appreciate everybody who takes the time to check out my YouTube right now. People right now watching, I appreciate y'all. People who will come back to watch my stuff on my YouTube stuff, I appreciate y'all as well. It's been going really well, honestly. 315 subscribers currently. I don't know by the time this video comes out how much that has increased, but yeah, no, it's going great. It's going great. I need to do something though. I need to turn off one of the little like things down there, like the rewards with the points, because Henry is not here right now. Because Henry is only in the UK. I can't carry him back and forth, sadly, even if I wish to do so. Where are you, Henry? So there we go. Just for now, just for the day. Well, not for the day. While I'm here in the UK, in Switzerland, I will have Henry turned off. It's a shame, but it only makes sense. Alright. But without further ado, we have Lynx here, we have Howard here. Hopefully Nuke and Vinvon and Zeno will join later on. But for now, let's get started. The first SCP of today is called The Fingers of God. Alright. Let's see if everything works. Ooh boy. Of course it doesn't. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Is it the Spotify one? Yeah. Let's see here. Why is it like this? Okay. And I can't see. Yeah. I'm on it. Give me time. SB Foundation. There we go. We're there. We got there. The Fingers of God. We're starting off with a Keter immediately. Okay. Due to the apparent omnipresence, containment of -1 and -2 is focused on suppression of knowledge. This information campaigns intend to discredit and or totally drown out anyone who reports discoveries of -1, -2 will be maintained at all times. These campaigns consist of two components: a barrage of variously plausible but false claims, extensive debate regarding these claims which tend to expose the claimants as frauds. Okay, so there seems to be some lying going around. Some people are lying to us. Nah, not my favorite tea right now, but oh well. Mobile Task Force ETA 121 Naval Gazers is responsible for collecting and subsequently sabotaging all relevant cosmological data as it is required. Members of MTF ETA 121 are to report their findings to embedded Foundation agents who have assumed leading roles in modern theoretical and observational cosmology. Yeah. These agents are responsible for formulating and advocating for the standard cover explanations. Astronomers who persistently report findings inconsistent with said cover explanations are to be administered to Class B amnestics and have their research altered to conform to consensus. And then we have submitted login credentials to continue level 4/2070 clearance required, which is 3 more paragraphs. Extraterrestrial activity on Earth is to be monitored for knowledge of -1 and -2. Any confirmation of such knowledge is grounds for implementation of Protocol 167 Thule. SCP -3, that's -3 as well, is held in Research Bunker 477 at Site 280. 2 armed guards are to be posted outside the bunker at all times to prevent unauthorized entry. Requests for study have been suspended until further notice or until Protocol 167 Thule is enacted. In either case, proposals for experiments must be submitted to Site Director Arnheim no fewer than 24 hours prior to the requested time. The bunker is to be monitored at all times by one Level 4/2070 research staff for anomalous tachyon emission. Any such activity must be reported immediately to Site Director Arnheim and MTF ADA 121 Leader Rose. Following experimentation or report of anomalous emission, MTF ADA 121 Leader Rose is to report back as soon as possible on any shifts in the observed large-scale galaxy distribution. Research Site 79 is to observe the -2 instance in the... That was a bit loud from my side. Let me actually tune that down a little bit. Let me listen to it. There we go, that's better. Galaxy cluster following any -3 activity. Okay, so we already are aware there's something about lying and some extraterrestrial bullshit. There's some stuff happening here that has to do with outer space. Maybe some conspiracy theories coming true. Who knows? I just realized that, like man, I need to get a better mic. I don't like this mic at all. Like, I liked it when I first got it because it was better than the mic I had before. But the fact that I cannot even influence its sensitivity really pisses me off. And the fact that it's like right here in my face is also very it does look like I'm talking to as if I'm a radio show host. But well, yeah. God, I'm so glad we did away with the annoying numbers in parentheses shit. Why do we have to say one? Just say one. Oh, is that what they did before? Oh no. I couldn't imagine that was annoying to deal with. Description. SCP-2070 is the collective designation for several anomalies related to modern observational cosmology. -1 is the observed tendency of the distribution of galaxies in the universe to be elongated and pointed towards our position on Earth. This tendency manifests itself as extended lines of galaxies resembling arrows. Ooh, okay. -1 instances are known in the astronomical community. I have to reduce my volume from music, even though I love hearing some anesthesia right now. I need to focus. This tendency manifests itself as arrows. -1 instances are known in the astronomical community as fingers of God. Public discussion of -1 is to explain them as an effect of galaxies, velocities, and on observed redshifts on cosmological scales. And here's a footnote that says, in reality, this effect only exacerbates observation of -1. Honestly, I would kind of find it cool to look up in the sky and see a bunch of stars shaped like arrows. Like, well, like the form of the stars collective look like an arrow. I kind of would like that. Would be really dope. But let's see what else. It is a Keta level SCP, so let's see what else it has in store. -2 is the observed formation of galaxies into coherent, recognizable pictographs and symbols. Examples of -2 instances include a stick figure representing of a human being, a miniature depiction of the sun and its 8th planet, as well as several of the larger Kuiper belt objects and 2 as yet unobserved bodies. In 3 instances, characters consistent with Shang Dynasty era Oracle Bone script. Rough translations of message include, "We are kings, we are special, and we are the center." Wait, did you open the collapsible above the... Yeah, I did. This one, I did open it. It was like the explanation of -3. Well, not... It was the containment of -3, which is inside the bunker, and seems to be extraterrestrial. Although instances of -2 are never perfectly formed, they are consistent with the identifying shapes within observational uncertainties. At least one instance of -2 has been identified in each major galaxy cluster, with suspected instances in smaller formations of galaxies pending further data collection. Public discussion of -2 instances is to dismiss them as random formation among meaningless noise, and only instances which could conceivably be disguised as such are to be made available to the public. Okay, so they literally are just, you know, trying to like be like, yeah, no, it's not true, it's not real. Don't think about it, kind of deal. From the sounds of it, you said Okay, how was just said over. Yeah, right. No worries, man. I'm about to open. Submit login credentials to continue. Level 4/2070 clearance required. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, this is a healthy chunk for -3. -3 is a hinged box constructed of jade and an unidentified alloy measuring 1.0050 meters on each side and 0.335 meters tall, respectively. Equivalent to 1 Bu and 2 Qi, ancient Chinese units of measurement. We had Qi before in a different SCP. I don't remember which one had Qi as a measurement unit, but yeah, okay. -3 remains. -3 remains locked by an unknown mechanism under normal circumstances. The top face is covered in symbols that correspond to no known language, as well as a sequence of Shang Dynasty era script apparently describing the Hubble expansion. The observed expansion of the universe. Which, by the way, I had explanation of the Hubble expansion in high school. I haven't really ever like dived deep into it. I just was like made aware of it and we got taught about it. But the idea that the universe is not like, you know, it's not infinite. It is large enough to be considered infinite, but it's like growing, is mind-boggling to me. The idea that there is like an end to the universe, which I just is for me does not make any sense. But that's because like it's because it's like a thing that I cannot fathom. You know, it's not like it doesn't make sense and I don't believe in it. It's more like it doesn't make sense as in like my mind cannot wrap around it how that's supposed to look like. Like, you know, like if we were to be able to travel to the end of the universe and actually see it grow, I don't know how that looks like. That is crazy to like just sit down and think about, you know, because I had like balcony nights with my friends where like in the Swiss Alps where we just looked at the stars and we just thought to ourselves like, dude, like apparently there's a limit. There's a limit to this. Like you could, like what happens if you reach the end? Do you fall off? Is it the flat Earth all over again? But this time it's an orb. Yeah, it's like it's madness. Like I get that it was an explosion, so it had to be spreading out over time. But like, what is it spreading into? Yeah, exactly. Like what is like, is the end of the universe a wall? That's, or is it like literally just a void? That's, you know, that's what I'm like. The Hubble expansion is so dope because it makes you just really like just sit down and be like, imagine the imaginable, unimaginable. Touching symbols on the outside of the box that correspond to instances of -2 identified in the galaxy cluster will open the box. By the way, guys, Vinmon is not here yet, or New is not here yet, but I'll say it anyway. I miss you guys. I miss y'all. The inside contains a layer of sand, 4.672 centimeters deep. Drawing a symbol in this sand and closing -3 will cause 3 things to happen. The box will emit a directed burst of tachyons. How do you actually say this? Let's see how. Let's learn how this is being said. But first, before we do that, let me change the OpenGX sound output so that we can clearly hear it without, you know, because I have it set to a different sound output. Alright, tachyons. There's always been this glam. Drop a little grab once. Happy as a
Tachyons.
Tachyons. Okay. Miss you too, man. Thanks, Howard. Bursts of tachyons, which says here particles which travel faster than light and therefore backward in time. The symbol drawn in the sand will manifest at an instant of -2 in the power of space along the direction of a tachyon burst. Instances of -1 in the surrounding region will appear and or become more pronounced. I will be honest, I'm a bit lost. With -2 at least. Oh yeah, no, yeah, of course, yeah, duh. No, I get it now. I know how to pronounce it due to death grips. Okay. Yeah, that's a word that I haven't had the pleasure to pronounce yet. The instance of -2 in the galaxy cluster will change to correspond to different symbols on -3. How -3 accomplishes this repercussion reorganization. Okay, so I understand why it's Keter class. Reorganization is unknown at this time. Further study of the effect of targeted tachyon emission in general is currently marked as a level 6 research priority. I understand why it's Keter class, because you literally see the stars forming different formations, either as like, you know, the arrows, finger of the gods, or actual pictographs. And then you have -3 that manipulates them, so you could literally watch the stars just rapidly move around and form a picture. So I understand that it's Keter class, as in like, people, if you just look up in the sky at night and see that, people will be like, what the, what is going on? -3 was unearthed during an archaeological dig in province China in the year 19. Its anachronistic markings led to it being, you know, I know exactly what I'm going to use as a thumbnail. If you played Kingdom Hearts 2 and you beat, you finish the stage for the Hercules world, at the end of that, Sora, Donald, and Goofy are star formation in the sky. So I'm definitely going to use that as a thumbnail. And it's going to be, people will probably hopefully love it. I mean, come on. I have to now. Sorry, it's anachronistic markers that are being stored as an anomalous object in the side 230 volt until level 4/2070 researcher identified 3 of the symbols as matching instances of -2 found in the galaxy cluster. Subsequent experimentation established its anomalous properties and its link to -1 and -2. Document 1, description of protocol 167 Tully, or Tully, no idea. Memorandum to all SCP-2070 personnel. 19. Fellow scientists. Wait. Fellow scientists, amidst all our data, all our little daily fights with observation and analysis and theory, I think it's easy to lose sight of the fact that science is an unavoidable human endeavor. We defend our conclusions not just because we believe them to be right, but because we want them to be right. Think of how hard physicists in the 20th century worked to keep the luminiferous ether hypothesis alive. Once you have an idea how reality should be, it can be the hardest thing in the world to overcome. Of course, all of you know the danger of preconceptions. We as a community fought the battle against geocentrism many centuries ago. That fight gave us the Copernican? Sorry, T. Move aside, T. I have to pronounce a fucking snob word. Okay, let's do the American.
Copernican.
Copernican. And what does that even mean? Okay. Relating to or characteristic of the astronomical theories of Nicholas okay, fuck that. that's a whole Copernican principle. The assumption that there is nothing special about our location in the universe. The Copernican principle has since become one of the fundamental bases of astronomy. It's so familiar to us that most of you probably never think about it. The ancient Chinese astronomers had never heard of the Copernican principle, and SCP-2070 leads me to believe they had no equivalent. When our culture realized our non-central place in the cosmos, we rebelled against it but suffered the indignity without violent objection, and have suffered it ever since. The Shang dynasty took a different approach and altered space itself to restore the special place. That's can you imagine? You as a country here, like other people have different astronomical rules and laws, and you're like, but what about ours? No, it was like, we don't really care about yours. So you just decide like, oh yeah, what if I manipulate the stars itself? Then you're like, whoa, hey man, calm down. We're all friends here. arrows pointing to us, symbols and codes and pictures, the iconography of a people striving towards godhood. But they were not gods, and they did not think through their actions. The ancient astronomers didn't just leave their mark, they left a trail for every being in the universe to follow. They drew maps of our solar system, of the solar neighborhood, even rough sketches of the Milky Way. Any life outside of our own planet is bound to get a little curious about where the arrows are pointing. So far, research on the effects of -3 has been conservative and measured, just enough to establish the link to -1 and -2. As senior researcher, I and site director Onheim have sought to keep our hands out of the cosmic webs as much as possible. But if we find any reason to believe extraterrestrial life has followed the direction we so kindly left for them, we're going to have to take a more aggressive approach. Outlined below is our joint proposal. As always, feedback is welcome. Imagine dealing with aliens because your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa vandalized this stuff. I mean, to be fair, like, if you think about it, it would make sense, right? Because the stars are also planets, so some alien, if they're aliens of the planets, they're like being like, shifted around, like, what the fuck's happening? And then one of them like, sir, looks like somebody is able to manipulate our home from a planet called Earth. And they're like, how in the fuck do they... Last time we checked, they don't have that type of technology. But yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Protocol 167 Tully goal to wipe away humans' cosmological footprint. Grounds for implementation: discovery of extraterrestrial knowledge of SCP-2070. Description: Protocol 167 Tully is a plan in 2 phases. Phase 1. Increased experimentation on the functionality of -3. In this phase, Site Director Onheim will accept research proposal, which he and Senior Researcher Bryce may choose to approve. Approved proposals will be given level 7 research priority, and the acquiring of relevant astronomical data following experiments will be fast-tracked. A successful experiment is one that returns all or part of space to a homogeneous distribution. And then Phase 2, reverse engineering of -3 with the goal of building a device capable of undoing -3's effects. As further experimentation with -3 is likely to be impossible following full Phase 2 execution, Phase 2 is to be attempted only if Phase 1 fails to produce favorable results within 5 years of research. So basically they're just saying we have to reset everything. I have no idea what cosmic restructuring on this scale would entail, and I'm sure none of us are eager to find out, but if it means preventing the end of the world, we have to be willing to try. Senior Researcher Bryce. So at first I was saying like, oh yeah, it makes sense it's a Keter level SCP, because you know, you can literally watch the stars being reformed into like a picture. But then I did not think about like, yeah, but also aliens. Aliens actually might, you know, find out that we're messing with their planets. So, oh, hold on. Need this back up real quick to get the text box out. So yeah, no, good, interesting idea, really interesting idea. I do love that it's like, that it's because like, you know, some group were like, oh yeah, we want to be part of the whole, like, we want to be part of the whole astronomy group. We want to talk about it. We want to show you how we see it. And everybody's like, yeah, but your way is not really that interesting. And they're like, pardon? Excuse me? You want to run that by me again, son? Not that interesting, you say. Okay. I see how it is. Planet. Why is the chat box not popping up? Planet with population of 86 billion being moved right next to a collapsing red giant, so that the Shang Dynasty stick figure can have a smiley face. Yeah, who knows how many people have? Who knows how many alien or extraterrestrial life has perished thanks to this. Thanks to this SCP. Probably quite a lot.